Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Pass to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama!
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Right side Tatum. Knocks it loose. Fox right side. Pass to Vassell. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Outside Tatum. Shoots over Barnes. Tatum can't hit. And it's a Spurs ball. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be a fool's errand.
And Allie, thank you for that. And yep, it's good.
That's good hustle. Tatum beating several guys up the floor, putting himself in a position to contribute.
Fox outside. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Fox. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
Brown looking around. Pass to Holiday. Back to Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. Rebound by San Antonio. 1:39 left in the first quarter. And he buries his first look.
Comfortable with the ball in his hands, the rookie Castle just goes to work on them with the dribble move.
Pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen from the high post. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow a clean look.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Cornette sets a screen. Pass to Hauser. Outside, Brown. Clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Horford with it. Lets it go from deep. Here's Cornette. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Left side, Wembanyama. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back in just a minute with the Spurs 10. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Here's Fox. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Pass to Pritchard. Lets it fly. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Now here's Fox. To the wing, right side. Here's Castle. Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Shireman. Now Horford. To the paint. And the basket by Shireman.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Shireman from behind the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. Castle for three. Sinks the tray. Castle's got 5 now.
Well, when the three ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
Picked it. Knocked away. It's stolen by Tatum. Here he goes. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Inside. Over to the left wing. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Mamukelashvili. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. We've got 1:55 left in the second. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Craig. Right side Porzingis. Back to Craig. And here's Brown for three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And so Paul will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. To the inside. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Now here's Holiday. No points so far. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Timeout.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Now here's Paul to the middle. Pass to Branham. Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama double-teamed. And here's Paul. Over Craig. And San Antonio again with a bucket.
Oh, man, Paul finding the soft spot and executing to perfection.
White on the wing. Down low. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to White. Pass to Craig. Back to White. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And this is what they want to see from Porzingis, taking contact and completing the play.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Paul with it. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. San Antonio on top. They lead by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And so it's San Antonio with it. 2-point game. Fox feeling it out a bit. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
A 6'3" point guard, Fox has solid size at the 1, and it really helps him out inside.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics. Here's Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Tatum with it. Brown with a screen. Now White. 6 to shoot. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. To the inside. And stolen by Holiday. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Brown. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Brown.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Now into the lineup for the Celtics. Number 11. Peyton Pritchard.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Fox outside. Oh, Fox, too sly. Beats the contact.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Oh, Fox with a steal. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:56 left to play in the third. And here's Fox. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Castle. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Castle's got 7 points in the game. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Now here's Fox. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Castle. Back to Fox. Spurs need to get one up here. 3 from Barnes. Boston pulls it in.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Pass to Horford. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hauser. Out to Horford. Over Vassell. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Castle. He goes up again. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Substitution on the court.
Now Fox. He has 6. 4 on the clock. Pass to Wembanyama. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going.
The Spurs, 27.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Tatum with it. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Here's Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Pass to Fox. The three from Barnes. They grab their own miss. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Here's Pritchard. Outside Craig. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Clock at 4. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The shot won't fall. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Wembanyama screen. Here's Castle. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Tatum. Holiday from long range. Boston again missing. San Antonio leading by 3. Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. Fox outside. Launches a 3. Tatum pulls it in. So it's Boston now. Here's Cornette. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Vassell. Tatum with a screen. Inside. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
Yeah, knowing his position on the floor and expecting the ball, Tatum knew his job and executed.
Outside Barnes. Fires for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. And the Spurs lead by 4. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And San Antonio making a change here. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
San Antonio ball.
Here's Castle. Outside Paul. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama with it. Defended by Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. here's Barnes. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the bucket by Boston. Fox outside. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Wembanyama. Wembanyama double team. Castle for 3. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. And the Spurs lead by 9. Here's Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Off target from three-point range.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
In traffic, Wemby goes to work.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds. And